Madam President, thank you for coming back to the program. I wonder just your initial reaction to what's happening and to the defense and the resistance that Ukraine is putting up.
Not surprised, painful, but very much with full-hearted reaction towards Ukrainian capabilities to defend their country. And we are in Europe, all of us, very proud of them, and why it is our duty to support in everything as much as we can. And these 5 days, Europe started to become up to the challenge, but very slowly and not immediately. And that's even these efforts are not enough.
Even now, you say the efforts are not enough, although so much greater than in the past and so much more unity and determination than in the past. And we'll get into that in a second. But I want to know what you feel as a Lithuanian and certainly former president, now that this, your southern neighbor, Belarus, has gone Russian, so to speak. It had that referendum. It's abandoned its neutrality. It's potentially going to reverse its non-nuclear status, and it's right there on the border of the 3 Baltic states. What do you think might be, the situation unfolding on your borders?
It is very clear that the battle in Ukraine, it is a battle for us also, for Europe, and it is already war of all Europe. And if we will be not able to stop Putin and Lukashenko together, because they are already together in Ukraine, they will be on our borders and they will start offensive. And that's very clear from what Putin was saying and how he is behaving. For him, people's lives, human lives are not important. He's leaving his soldiers, dead soldiers, behind on the roadsides. For him, any life is not important. So we are facing bloodshed, and we probably will be facing bloodshed if we will be not able to stop him in Ukraine.
Madam President, you must have met him several times. What do you make of the way he's behaving right now? Once. What do you make of the way he's behaving, and particularly having put the deterrent forces on high alert yesterday?
I think his mental situation is deteriorating, and during these 12 years, what I was capable to watch him from my position, the deterioration and madness really is increasing, and it is clear that he lives in some kind of paranoid bubble. And not only him alone, but the Kremlin lives in paranoid bubble. And this is dangerous for all of us, not only in Europe, but around the world. And these 5 years was 5 days for us all was a waking call, and we're learning fast. But as I said, it's not enough. And still, the sanctions with loopholes, we still need to do a lot more, and we need to be ready to fight him on the ground, because sanctions will not stop the war criminal. Sanctions will only harm them, but only on the battlefield we can stop the war criminals.
So, as you know, the NATO have all said that, 1 square centimeter of NATO territory, if one Russian soldier steps across, they will, the 30 of those NATO countries, do what they have to do to stop it. Are you confident in that?
Today it is not so much important what will happen tomorrow. Today we need to help Ukraine to battle and to survive, because after Ukraine, they will be very difficult to fight the battle on our own soil, and it will be too late for Europe, probably. What is important today is to help Ukraine in everything, not only weaponry, but if it will be necessary, if we will see what's starting to be seen, that he will go for bloodshed, we will need to think about boots on the ground or boots in the air.
Some have said that if he's successful in Ukraine, and with the arrival of Belarus into the Russian sphere now, that a sort of new Iron Curtain or a new Berlin Wall will have descended, and a whole new Cold War, and the Baltic states, will be that most vulnerable front line. In other words, the whole European security structure will change. Is that the case? And how do you see the worst case scenario?
This, if there will be a new Cold War, it will be not the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario will be the hot war.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that, do you support President Zelensky calling to be immediately, included into the EU, and today signing that request? Do you think that's useful for him to do right now?
The situation on the ground in Ukraine is such that we need to help to support Ukrainians, not only militarily, humanitarian point of view, with food, with supplies, but also morally. And this is one of the possibility for Europe to come up to this request, because Ukraine is battling its membership in European Union every minute on the field of battle, every minute.
How do you think that they should be bolstered? I mean, you've seen. I mean, you obviously know what what the Germans have done an about turn on their, defense spending, and they're sending lethal weaponry. You've seen what the EU's been doing. How can you see how they can get it to them in good time, and how this help will make a difference?
This is making a difference. It will help, but it's not enough. If we will be not able to stop Putin only because of supplying the supplies, we will need to seriously reconsider our involvement into the war.
So what do you mean? I mean, look, we've been dancing around this for the last 5 minutes, because we all know that NATO has said that it's not going to put any troops on the ground in Ukraine. It's not going to put aircraft in the air to fight down the Russian aircraft. It's not going to start a world war over Ukraine. So what do you mean, and how do you mean, fighting and stopping Putin? What is a way to do that?
I would like to make a historic example. 1940, Lithuania accepted the ultimatum from Russia to enter the Russian troops on our territory and not to fight them back. And we got the war and occupation for 50 years. So if we refer to today's situation, if the war is inevitable, let's not push the can on the road. Better to take it as soon as possible and not to push and wait. Anyway, if it is inevitable and we are not able to stop Putin in Ukraine, he will come to our borders.
Madam President, thank you so much indeed for joining us this evening.